Just for the record, I just like to say this. I have a problem with any organization that preaches or promotes victim mentality and promotes the idea of just never being able to just do better because someone is keeping you down. It's not realistic and you know what I mean? It's not productive.
What does it feel like to you, to Zara, right?
To Zarya.
To Zarya. What
There you go. Give him a hand for saying it right. Give him a amazing.
Amazing.
What does it feel like to you personally, not to your group, but to you as a male? What does that feel like to hear yourself blaming and complaining about another man and that you can't make it because some other man to keep you down? I don't know what that feels like. I've never had that in my life.
Ooh, that was nasty work.
What does that feel like to believe that a white man or a Mexican man or any man can keep you down, so you got to complain about it rather than overcoming it? What does that feel like?
Well,
and this pretty much just sums up with exactly what I said at the beginning of the video. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh. Whew. But real talk though, let's really talk about it, because at the end of the day, what does it really feel like? Because like I said, I've been down those lines of thinking. I've been down this woke path. I've been down the leftist path. I've been down the pro-black path. I've been that, you know what I'm saying? I've been down all these roads, and I'm just telling you, it's nonsensical. It's nonsensical. It's not based in reality, and it's not based in anything other than interpretation and made up logic. Case in point, the idea that you can never become more than what you are, which is basic. And let's just be honest, there's a lot of basic people in the world, but for some reason, the black community is the most vocal in the fact that they feel like the reason why they're basic, and instead of working in order to become not basic, they would rather criticize the people who aren't basic. And they rather criticize the people, they even so stupid, they criticize people that they're doing better than because of skin color. You know what I mean? I'm just... Lee, I'll never understand why white people live in y'all head rent free. I'll never understand it. Not anymore. Not anymore.
Me being an alpha male myself, I don't know what that feels like.
Then why are you
like I said, any man who must proclaim I am the king is no true king. That's just a fact.
complaining for other beta males?
No, I've never said that though.
But
pointing out crimes is not complaining.
But you're complaining about the white man.
For example, when the towers fell, 3,000 people died. 3,000. And in the name of them towers falling, they went to war in Afghanistan. Now, they said only Osama bin Laden and whoever was down with him caused it. But they've killed millions of men, women, and children that were not with Osama bin Laden. And they have this slogan, "We will never forget." So every year, they bring up the crime.
I know, but you're going away from what I just asked, because I hear a lot of black males.
I don't understand the correlation. I don't understand the correlation. I'm trying to. Is he saying that because they give respect and reverence to a terrorist attack, is that somehow... I guess he's saying that it's the same thing with with these black groups who are talking about the oppression or the crimes against them. I guess
Like black women, and they're complaining about some white man keeping them down, and they can't make it because of the white man. As a male,
Right.
You said you don't believe the white man could keep you down, right?
White man.
White man hasn't kept me down.
So
but
what have you done to keep the white man from keeping you down?
Ooh. So this guy right here who is teaching you guys that the white man is keeping you down says himself that the white man isn't keeping him down.
Personally.
Okay, I want to finish showing you.
Yeah, I'll let you come back to that. But tell me, what have you done personally to keep the white man from keeping you down?
I got you. I'm coming right to your answer. I'm just walking you to it so you can understand, because I know you respect white men, so I'm using them. So I'm teaching you how to be an alpha. You like
I'm not a beta male.
Nah, you in between. I won't say you all the way beta. You like in between alpha and beta. We're gonna call you A and B. That's what. So, what the whole point of saying that is, every year they bring up the crimes that the Osama bin Laden and them do, but they're still in power. They still have their military. They still have their might. They still go out and teach. They go out and do everything to make America great. So now I said that to say,
Osama bin Laden isn't alive anymore, sir. Just saying. Hold on. It just come out 3 years ago. Osama bin Laden wasn't alive, sir. Just saying.
me personally, because you asked me personally,
Yeah.
I am personally not oppressed, but my people are.
Why you're not personally oppressed?
Let me just finish. I am not personally oppressed, but my people are. And the reason why they are is because black.
How, Sway? How, Sway?
People are taught to forget what happened to them. And if you don't face what happened to you, you'll never get a solution to empower you to become the alphas that you are. So
then why don't you just teach them what to do instead of teaching them that they're oppressed? Why not teach them how to better themselves instead of teaching them that someone is keeping them from being better? Make that make sense. It doesn't make sense.
We take black men and we turn them all into alphas. In the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, every single brother in here is a alpha male.
But why you're not personally oppressed, you?
Because why am I not personally oppressed?
Yes.
Because I was raised to never be inferior to no man.
And who raised you that way?
My mother and father.
So why don't you teach that to the blacks rather than bringing up all this stuff that doesn't exist anymore?
You believe in God, right?
Yes.
You believe that what God says is law, right?
Yes.
So how can I raise up a nation and not tell them what God said?
But God does not blame someone else.
I didn't say it, but God does say, remember what I did to the children to Egypt. God does say that. Remember when I brought you out. Our whole feast days in Israel.
But when he said remember, that means we don't have to worry because he got us. He loves us and he got us.
Once again, taking something, what they do is they cherry pick and they take out bits and pieces and try to make sense of it. It's crazy. It's insane.
I never complained about the white man. And he didn't teach anyone else to complain, but he taught them to overcome.
But do you know why God said to remember? Do you know why?
Yes.
If you don't, why did he say to remember?
So that we would know how to live and see a way to live when we remember him.
Right. So now we have to remember what happened with our ancestors of old.
But he didn't blame the white man because all people have enslaved someone at some point in time.
Every year, white men seduce my brothers and sisters. So every year I have to remind them, you're going. So now everybody's going to go with Joe Biden, right? Everybody voted for Joe Biden.
No, it's not true. They stole the election. Everybody did not vote. Only the blacks voted for him, and the gays, the blacks, the homosexuals, the lesbians, the corrupt people voted for Joe Biden.
Okay, so blacks are even better because that's all I care about. So let's say all the blacks voted for Joe Biden.
Okay.
That's why I have to bring them into remembrance.
Another exhibit. They're, like I said, they're racist.
Because Joe Biden is a devil just like Trump was a devil. Joe Biden is going to mislead him and destroy him just like Trump before him, just like Obama before him, just like Bush before him, just like Clinton before him. So just like the Most High told us back in biblical time to remember and bring to remembrance so that we can.
I just hate to say it because it's like, you know, and then the worst thing they'll do is, you know, I know people call me them names and whatever like that. Call me whatever you want. I don't care. But the truth is the truth. These people are cultists, and that's just what it is. They're just a black supremacy cult.
Serve him, that's our job. So I can't just go to somebody and say, man, I was raised to be superior. I have to tell them, God said, don't do this. God said, don't do that. Like, you don't sin, right? I always hear you say you don't sin, right?
No one of God, if you've been born again of God, it's impossible to sin. But let me ask, if the blacks had a father and mother as you did growing up.
Right. I don't know if I agree with that one, Jesse. I'm just saying. I don't agree with that one. Yeah.
Would they be complaining about the white people today?
Well, I didn't have my father my whole life.
Oh, who did you have?
So I primarily had my mother, and my father was like in and out because he had an addiction problem.
So you were not close to your father?
No, I was. I'm not saying that to say that I wasn't close to him. But my father, my life story is every other black man's life story. You grow up, when I say every, of course, it's not literal, but it's majority, right, especially in the 70s, 80s, and 90s and stuff like that. Right. So I grew up in a broken home. Now, if anybody can look at me and say, damn, Tazaria grew up in a broken home, look what he was able to overcome. How did he do that? And I could say,
how? In just another video, you couldn't even answer how you were living your life. In another video I did, this same guy wouldn't even, he literally wouldn't even reveal how many wives he had because he didn't want to influence people. But he's an example. He's a leader in this group. Manipulators, man. These people, at the end of the day, all they do is just profit and manipulate people in order to make a living. That's what they're doing. They're just profiting off of black struggle. It's really sad. It's really sad. And y'all are so stupid, y'all fall for it.
God did that. And then now we can inspire other black people. And they say, well, what did God say to do? God said there's certain things you're supposed to eat, certain things you're supposed to celebrate, certain people you're supposed to love, and certain people you're not supposed to love. Certain people you can have sex with and deal with and marry, and certain people you can't.
Are you married?
That's what God. Yes.
Do you believe our battle is a spiritual battle or a physical battle?
Spiritual first, physical second.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
How do you know you believe in God?
Because I keep his commandments.
And what are his commandments?
His commandments are the 613 laws that you find throughout the Bible.
And do you love your neighbor as yourself?
I love my neighbor as myself. That's correct.
So do you love white people?
He's not my neighbor.
Do you love white people?
He's not my neighbor.
Do you love white people?
He's not my neighbor.
Do you love white
Jesse is hilarious.
people with ambassador?
But he's not my neighbor.
And what's the answer to that?
No.
You don't love white people?
No.
And do your God love white people?
No.
Right. Blasphemy. Blasphemy. Like, what are we talking about here? So at the end of the day, like I said, we're gonna keep it coming. Because it's just, these people are insane. These people are insane. So now you will go as far as to say, now that God is racist. So it's not just that you're racist and you're trying to contort and twist the Bible in order to make yourself look better and to make another person look worse, but also you're taking it as far as to accuse God of it. That's crazy. The creator. Like,
God only loves the children of Israel. You as a pastor should know.
It's a lie. It's a lie. It's not true. It's 100% not true. That's a lie. That's a lie. The whole purpose, you cannot believe in the Bible and then in the same breath say that God only loves the Israelites. The whole purpose of the Bible is the story of Jesus coming, and it's for salvation, for everyone to read, not just for the Jews. The Jews were just vessels. At the end of the day, that's the problem with y'all. At New Testament, everybody is on equal footing. You're not special anymore. So no, there is no chosen people. The chosen people are the people who choose to follow and give their life to Jesus Christ. Those are the chosen people if you follow the Bible. God.